What's good, y'all? Rich Sosa back in the building with another banger, man. So first things first, before we go ahead and get started, I just want to go ahead and say thank you, God, for giving us another opportunity today. And man, y'all already know what y'all need to do. Be sure to hit that sub button if you're new. Anybody looking to join the Rich Gang family, just be sure to hit that like button, turn on post notifications, and be sure to leave a comment down below. Where are you tuning in from? So as y'all can see by the looks of the title and your screen today, I am going to be bringing y'all the top 3 most rare and broken builds on NBA 2K22 next gen. Now, this first one is going to be a center build. I'm going to go with the height of 7 feet exactly, weight of 226, and the wingspan of 7 feet exactly as well. Now, as always, feel free to make your own adjustments on any of these builds. However, I would go ahead and follow along with exactly how I'm bringing it to y'all today. And then from there, after we get the build name, you can make your own adjustments if you want to. But I'm telling you, today, I am bringing y'all the very best way possible that you can make any of the 3 builds. So for the finishing on this one, as you can see, we're going to end up with a total of 29 badges. And honestly, the standing dunk is very balanced, as well as with that close shot, post control, and even the driving layup and driving dunk are maxed out to its full potential. 29 badges is very solid, but then also we get another 29 when it comes down to the shooting, and we get a 90 mid-range shot with an 83 three-pointer. Then from there, we're also going to be able to get some pretty good playmaking on this build. So imagine what this build is going to be looking like with boost on, y'all. Really gonna change up how you're going to be able to use the center builds, in my opinion. So 19 badges when it comes down to the playmaking, and honestly, once we add boost to this build, but also even run with teammates that are going to have floor general and defensive leader, and on top of all that, also add in the fact that you will have the potential to get the takeover of your choosing, which means you're going to be able to even raise your stats, some of them being 99. So you have the potential of getting anywhere for the shooting to get to the 99 range. Same thing for the finishing. Playmaking will be in the 80s if you do decide to go about it that way, but honestly, it just comes down to how you want to make this build. But right here, 20 badges for the defensive end, 19 for the playmaking, 29 for the shooting and finishing, and I feel like this build is going to be really complete, especially with the physicals maxed out. So right here, we get the post scoring takeover on this build. Then we get the glass cleaning, but also with a playmaking takeover. And finally, when you think about it, this build is going to be very toxic because we also do get the pure sharp shooting. So for my liking, I'm going to go with team takeover boost, just so that way I can get the plus 10 in my takeover, which is going to allow me to speed boost as well as break ankles. Secondly, you can go with the post scoring and be more unique, but I'm going to go with see the future takeover for defensive purposes. And as y'all can see, we have created together, and this is a great build, the facilitating 3-level score. And I'm telling you, the comparisons of Jokic, Joel Embiid, and Karl Anthony Towns is perfect for this build. Honestly, I'm gonna be real, I might just have to make this build myself and go ahead and use it just to show y'all what it's gonna be looking like in the 1v1 court, because this is a very solid and honestly a super toxic build. But coming up at number 2, I had to go ahead and throw a little bit of a lockdown defender into this area. So we're going to go with the two-way threat at the point guard position, 6'1", but I'm telling you, the way that this build is going to be made is going to be super toxic, and also with the badge count on every single one of these builds. Remember, you have to take into consideration what these builds are going to be looking like if you have grinded out each and every season and got the extra boost when it comes down to the badges. So on top of all that, when it's all said and done, since we are in a certain point in 2K right now, we have the potential of getting a total of 10 extra badges to any build we make. So if that's you, just go ahead and add 10 extra badges to any area of these builds, and I'm telling you, that's going to make them even more better. So with this one, the point guard position, 6'1", and then when it comes down to the height, I'm going to go with 178 and a 6'10 wingspan. Now, when it comes down to the body shape, it really comes down to your personal preference, so I'm not going to go ahead and recommend anything, but if you wanted to, I would just go ahead and say pick builds. Now, let's go ahead and get into the breakdown of what these builds are actually going to be looking like. So, for the finishing, I'm going to go with a close shot of 92. Then from there, I'm going to go with the driving layup of 82 and as well as a driving dunk of 92. And that's going to bring us up to a total of 28 badges. Really solid stats, especially for being a build that is going to be having the 6'1" height. Now when it comes down to the shooting, I'm going to max out the midi, three-pointer, and even the free throw goes to a 75. And what that's going to do is bring us up to a total of 29 badges. Super solid right here, especially with the tiers that we're able to unlock. Now, from here, let's go ahead and get into the playmaking. I'm going to go with the pass accuracy of 78. Ball handle is maxed out, and then the speed with ball is going to be an 80. That's going to bring us up to a total of 27 badges. Then once we go ahead and get into the defensive end, 89 perimeter defense as well as a 90 steal. Now, that's really going to be very helpful once you pair it up with the physicals. 92 speed, 89 acceleration, 85 vertical, and a 90 stamina. And we also do get all of the contact dunks that this build is able to unlock. So, all around, in my opinion, this is a super toxic build. Can definitely run the one when it comes down to any game mode, and the defense is definitely there if you need it, or you just want to go ahead and just have some safety when it comes down to that area of this build. But also consider adding 10 extra badges and you'll be able to get 30 defensive badges, which in my opinion is going to be even more toxic. So we get the slashing takeover, then we get the shot creating, sharpshooting on this one, and then finally, just to help out on the defensive end, we also get the lockdown takeover. So you have a lot of options to pick from here, but honestly, the good thing about it is that we are able to change our takeovers whenever we want. So for me, just to break ankles, I'm going to go with the shot creating, ankle breaking shots takeover. Secondly, just to help out on the defensive end, I would highly recommend extreme clamps, or you can go with enhanced jump shot contest. Now this really comes down to your own preference. I'm going to leave on extreme clamps, and as y'all can see, together we have created the two-way threat build. And honestly, I'm gonna be real, the comparisons of Ja Morant as well as De'Aaron Fox are very solid. And anybody who is watching the playoffs right now, let me know, who do you think is going to win the Warriors as well as the Grizzlies series, y'all? In my opinion, I gotta be real, I'm gonna go ahead and say Warriors in 5 or 6, but let me know down below, who do you think is going to win the NBA Finals this year? That is a comment that I want to see from everybody. And honestly, I'm going to go ahead and start asking y'all what y'all have been thinking about 2K and in general with the NBA. So, coming up at number 3, the final build, but nonetheless, the jack of all trades at the small forward position with a rim protecting takeover. Now I'm telling you, this is not just any jack of all trades. This is low-key a two-way jack of all trades at the small forward position. When it comes down to what we're going to be looking like for the physicals, I'm going to go with a height of 6'9", then with the weight of 190 and the wingspan, we're going to go with 7'6". Now, with the body shape, I'm going to go with builds. This really comes down to how you want to go about this, but in my liking, I'm telling you, these physicals are definitely going to be very solid. So, when it comes down to the finishing, I'm going to go with a close shot of 91, 86 driving layup, and then when it comes down to the driving dunk, I'm going to go with an 85. That's going to bring us up to a total of 20 badges, and once we do adjust the physicals for the vertical, we're going to be able to get pro contact dunks for this build. So if you want to take the risk and try to get more finishing badges, you definitely can do that, but I'm telling you, this is a perfect setup. And remember, if you do have extra badges unlocked already, you're going to be able to add them to any area of this build. So it really just comes down to how you see yourself through. Now, once we go ahead and take a look at the shooting, go with an 82 midi and do not go anything higher or the build name is going to change. You can max out the three-pointer and go with the free throw of 84. That's going to give us 23 badges. And now, when it comes down to the playmaking, 76 ball handle, speed with ball 72, and a 75 pass accuracy. Now, something that I got to go ahead and say is really think about what these builds and this build exactly is going to be looking like once you add boost and run with teammates that are going to be having floor general and defensive leader. From there, that's going to leave us at a total of 20 playmaking badges. Once we go ahead and get into the defensive end, I'm going to go with an interior defense of 73, perimeter defense of 77, 81 steal, 99 block, 73 offensive rebound, and a 77 defensive for a total of 26 badges. Now, If you want to go ahead and change anything about this build, please do it after we get this build name together. When it comes down to the physicals, I'm going to go ahead and max out that speed. Acceleration, same exact thing. Then I'm going to go with the vertical of 84 as well as a 97 stamina. And right there, that's going to set us up exactly to get the build name that we want, but also make this build perfect and be able to get the potential to unlock over 100 badges. Now, let's go ahead and check out the takeovers, the slashing, shot creating to break the ankles, then we get the sharpshooting and the rim protecting. Whichever takeover you decide to go with, base it off of your own playstyle as well as your preference and which one you're just going to have more fun with. And man, we're going to go ahead and check out what the build name is going to be looking like with these takeovers. And as y'all can see, together we have created the two-way jack of all trades build. And man, y'all already know what y'all need to do. Be sure to hit that sub button if you're new. Turn on post notifications because I'm uploading every single day. And hit that like button and drop a comment down below. Which is your favorite team in the NBA? Thank you guys for helping me out and tuning in. Thank God for another opportunity. And man, with all that being said, I got one thing to say. Rich out.